Hello people, this is Power here to review the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger DX Dodekai-Oh. Um, this is our final main mech for the line, as you know, as Sentai typically does, or they used to, where we will get our big toy or big mech piece of the year. In this case, obviously, we have the Cube Whale sitting right here. So, obviously, I don't have the box. Got this used stuff. So, obviously, the contents is Cube Whale itself. And what we have here is the Kaio Spear, which is the primary weapon of Dodekai-Oh. And it has this fun gimmick where if you press this down, it has this, like, shooting feature, and it's so satisfying. Like, this is one of the most satisfying things they've ever done. It's like the springs are so heavy. It's just like, oh my gosh, I can literally watch this spurt out all day. I like how this, like, the way this emulates water is, like, pretty sleek, especially with, obviously, with how the spear is, because obviously this is supposed to be water, and I really like the pixelated look they went for it. Obviously, to go with the cube look, it just works. Obviously, now we have Cube Whale itself, which has wheels, first of all, again. Yeah, this is interesting for sure. This is the entirety of Cube Whale. It's a big rectangle. It's essentially a box. And it has 3 wheels here. Or no, it has 5 wheels. I forgot about these wheels. So, you know, that's a thing and such. Now, to transform into animal mode, we're actually going to have to utilize the Kaio Spear, because I'm gonna back this away and then angle it down. So you're going to stick the Kaio Spear into the center of here, like so. And then once we do that, something will happen. Hopefully it happens properly. I doubt it. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, again, I got, like, I don't know if this is just a problem with me, because I haven't done it on the table yet, but yeah. So this is just not working. Let me lift it up. So essentially, this is what's supposed to happen when you insert the Kaio Spear. It transforms into Cube Whale, which I really like how this looks. I really like the look of Cube Whale. It's not as big as I was expecting it to be, but, like, I just like the size of it. It's like a small miniature whale. And the whale is actually convincing, because I'm pretty sure that's what they mostly were going for. It rolls. It rolls. And then, you know, it's width and such. And you remember the gimmick I mentioned with the Kaio Spear? If you press this button right here, he still does it. And it's like, oh my gosh, he still squirts. Okay, this is getting difficult. Like, this is just fun. But obviously, that's not it, because to transform him into Dodekai-Oh, it's literally just, we take the whale, we take the animal mode, we simply lift it up from here, and then we turn this correctly, and then you twist this to whatever direction. Most of the time you can twist it either way, but you know, for the sake of this, we'll turn it left. And everything flips out. I don't think I got that correctly. Now, you just simply pull that out. You tab this within the arm like so. You take the head right here. You hold it down, and you pull that up to get the full scuba face head. And now we have Dodekai-Oh. To which, it's very red, obviously, because this is a, you know, this is Zyuohger's third cube animal. But like, I like it. Like, I like, again, the simplicity of it. Like, I like the chest having two faces, because obviously this is the whale face, and then this like the raw like fish face. I think that's funny. I really like, as I said before, I just like the pixelated water look. It's just amusing, like especially the shoulder pads right here. Articulation is just simply, you know, rotating this around and such. This is not supposed to bend. Does this not clip in? Oh, it clicks in. Yeah, so you technically can't even rotate this back because of these and this. However, you can take the Kyle spear, I'll do it this angle, and still do this thing and get stuck. This is still fun of doing, and obviously because it has the hands for it, you can put cube weapons, but never use cube weapons. And then obviously you get the legs, which is just, you know, the tail. You can like pretend he actually has legs, or he has a split, but obviously that just won't work. The back is still the same because it's just cube whale. You just made it stand on its tail. But yeah, that's essentially it for Dodekai-Oh. However, because this is our final mech, we do have one more combination, to which we're going to have to revert this all the way back to the cube mode. And before I actually do want to jump into that, I want to explain how the like twisting gimmick works. So essentially, like, I personally thought like the twisting was, where is it? I personally thought the twisting was literally from like this point, and like somehow something within this mechanism, like I guess like this part turns to no. Like I essentially thought these were like two separate pieces. Like this was the pole, and then like, you know, this was just like the case that like held it in. I'm happy that like that's kind of the why, like when I initially unboxed this, I said like I was scared about the twisting gimmick. Well, I was wrong, because you actually twist an entire section within Dodekai-Oh itself, or like cube whale itself, to flip all of that. So I'm happy, you know, that's the case, and it's not, you know, this thing itself. But anyways, yeah, I'll just again fold all that out, and then you're going to fold this back into cube mode. Or technically you fold it like this, then you're going to flip it over to this side. And this is where all the fun's going to start, because we're going to unpeg these poles right here. Because then what you're going to do is that you're going to we're going to start grabbing our cube animals and stacking them to stacks of 4. So obviously you take eagle, shark, lion, elephant, take one pole, and then simply peg it up like so. Then you take tiger, gorilla, crocodile, and wolf to another pile, to another tower. Then you simply slide that like so. So you can see this is going to become really long. So let me bring this up like so. And let me get this. So I'm going to have to like adjust the lights heavily. We're going to take, you're going to peg these on like so to make these legs. So then you fold what used to be the fin of, technically you fold these parts that used to be the fin of Dodekai or cube whale out, because then you're gonna turn these down for later, because I keep forgetting this step. So you're gonna go turn this around, you're gonna open the front face of cube whale, because then this is where you're gonna insert the front portion of cube rhinos and simply slide it up there, or slide it up like so. Now, we're gonna turn this around. Let me fold this. What the heck is happening? So now, for the right arm, you're gonna take Kieran and fold this out like you're gonna form the Kieran bazooka and clip it down here. Then you're gonna take Komori and just change it into its cube mode, and you're gonna oddly flip it to where it's these two clips and stick that like so. So literally from this perspective, you just put the cube upside down. Now from this arm, you're gonna take Mogura and just simply form it into animal mode and clip it down like so. And Kuma, you're going to fold this into cube mode and just simply tab it like so. So you form the left arm. Now for up here, which I'm probably going to have to get higher. So that's not high enough. Okay, so up here, let me zoom out. you're gonna take the Kaio spear and tab it into the same arm yet again, but you know, on the other side. Then you're gonna pull out the top portion of the Kaio spear. Then you're gonna pull the head out that was hiding within this side of the arm, cleverly, as this side of the arm was colored red. So, you can't really see the head well at all. There's some light. So you take the helmet, whoops. And this is interesting because this is circular and this is square. So I guess the way I will say to do it is just to simply like push it in like so. But you can just simply like push it on top, but I prefer to just push it in like so. So yeah. So zooming out, here we have Wild Tosai Dodekai King, which is pretty massive. I'm having temperature and battery problems, so let me situate that. Okay, so my thoughts overall on, not thoughts, but just going over Wild Tosai Dodekai King. Obviously, he's pretty tall. Um, he's blocky, but like not in a bad way. Like first of all, like obviously I already went over like the helmet. I love this helmet crown. It's amazing. The second best part is the chest because it has all the animals, which I just love. If I remember specifically, so this is crocodile, wolf, then obviously the main symbol, elephant, tiger, lion, shark, whale, gorilla, and then eagle spreading around. Or there's eagle and then there's rhinos. Like this chest is really cool. And obviously the legs are pretty massive because that's what makes it massive. Like, or before I get to the arms fully, obviously it's same traditional. Oh my gosh, he's tipping over. So the traditional arm movement, he can actually rotate all the way around now. Just because how this works, obviously, but I'll definitely say the weakest part of this formation are the arms, just because of how puny they look. Like they're definitely puny. Like, gosh, but just they're tiny. They're just tiny things. Like they don't look threatening at all. But it's like, you know, you can't really blame the cube animals. I've been like, again, because I like that they've been trying to incorporate the cube animals into every formation. It's just, I feel like, or like this time they're like a major part, but it's like, excuse me, the toy just like, obviously it's hindered by this. Obviously we get to still the Kaio spear action, but it falls off a lot easier. So yeah, that's essentially it. So besides arms being a weakness, oh, I just want to flip it to the back because the back is like pretty interesting on its own. But you can still press this button if you want to for some reason, but I think the second weakness for this combination, if it doesn't topple over, is just the amount of pieces you're left over with. Because you're left with the King Sword, the Wild Cannon, the Horn for Rhinos, and then the entire trailer. Now, you can remedy this by turning this around. I apologize if nothing's centered, but you can plug the Wild Cannon like such here, and then you can plug the horn like so. So you can do that. I don't think you need this folded completely. Oh well. So you can do that and such. The King's Sword, technically, like, the issue is that you can't. You can technically have the horn, hold it, and then clip it in. However, obviously, because there's not enough clearance, it's just gonna fall. So, you can't really have the King's Sword be held. You can just stick it up here, but I don't know why you would do that. I literally saw someone literally. What they did with the trailer, they just simply stuck it up as like support. So I find that to be funny. And then from this point, you can just take. If you're gonna do it that angle, you can't do that. Well, maybe if you flip it. No, you can't even do it this way because you don't have this that would go in between here. So, yeah, like technically, this is all you can do with the extra pieces. Obviously, you're gonna, like, if I were to show using the trailer, this is how much space you would need if you want to do this, which I don't have, because I'm just afraid that this is just gonna fall. And obviously, like, this is just, it just sucks that you are left with pieces. Because as much as I really want to display my mechs like this, like my Zyuohger mechs like this, I just can't. Because I don't want, I really just don't think having these pieces sit on the side just looks good. So I'm gonna still keep it displayed as Wild Tosai King with Dodekai-Oh standing on the side. But yeah, speaking of that, let me form this back. Because obviously you should know the dismantling process. So yeah, my thoughts overall on Dodekai-Oh is that for I guess being my first big mech, it's pretty innovative. Yeah, it doesn't have sounds and all, but like I don't really mind personally because it makes reviewing these a lot easier. And like I still like how simplistic it is overall, even though like it might not seem a lot. Like yes, it might just seem like a giant brick, but I feel like at this point that's kind of the whole point of these things. Oh, it's just they're kind of fun giant pieces of bricks. And while the final combination, like the final combination is still great and all, I just think like the biggest weakness is definitely just the fact that it doesn't utilize all the pieces. Again, I just like this size. Like here's a significant size comparisons. If I didn't do that already, um, like I do recommend picking this up overall. But however, because this is the big mech of the year, this one would also be difficult on tracking down for cheap. So, again, I just recommend at this point, just try to get like these mechs used, just because it's a lot cheaper, and just so then you don't have to worry about box usage and such. But yeah, that'll be it for this review. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.